That's such a good tip to add more curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
So let's imagine you're sitting there on a Thursday night. You put the kids to bed. What normally happens, Catherine, in family households that you see is a maybe misuse of time that could be spent in a more productive way in terms of nurturing our relationship?
I mean, the two things that really keep us feeling close to each other are talk and touch. They're the
Talk and
main
touch.
things. Yeah.
Are they the strongest love languages? If we would go to Gary
Yeah,
Chapman's love languages, are they the
that's interesting. I wonder whether they are. You know, I've never seen any research into like which ones are the most common. But they just seem to be the kind of the powerful things that we can do to stay connected. So the trouble that happens with our lives now is that we wake up in the morning and we turn to our phones rather than our partners, right? Um, and then in the evening, that's really the main time that we have that possibility for some connection. And understandably, you know, we've got jobs that we need to do and we're tired. But often what happens is that we turn to those devices instead of turning to each other. And then we think, oh, I'm just going to get this job done. And then I'm just going to watch this show. And then I'm going to go to bed. And then by the time we go to bed, we're so exhausted that we don't really have much time, much energy to talk to each other, to touch each other. So what I always recommend to people is that they develop some kind of routine where they give each other that best energy that they have at the beginning of the evening, even if it's just sitting having a cup of tea together for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Or just lying down on the bed and having a cuddle together.
Yeah.
To just start your evening with a bit of connection with each other is so different. And if you just make it, even if it literally is 10 minutes, if it's a daily routine, it can transform your relationship. Because what we forget about in those moments is that we are noticing that we're turning away from each other, even though we're thinking it's just the normal routines and I've just got to get this. And maybe next week when work is quieter, I'll have a bit more space for you, or however we're kind of explaining it to ourselves. On some deeper level, we're feeling rejected.
Yeah.
And it's a really powerful thing to just give each other a little bit of time that says, you're my priority.
Yeah.